Hey, this is Steve Kenner with Loftwall, and I am here today with Kevin Lavelle of Mizzen and Maine. And Kevin's office just went through a Loftwall transformation, and I'm here to just have a chat with Kevin and learn a little bit about how we were able to help him and talk about some of his challenges and the ultimate solution that Loftwall provided.
So we are here in Dallas. We've been here all along. We've moved offices several times as we've grown from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to we're at 21 people now. Our office is in the design district. We refurbished a space to be a little bit more of our aesthetic. That was when I reached out to you, gosh, probably about 6 months ago, and just wanted to brainstorm a couple ideas because open office spaces are fun and cool and it's hip and everyone's doing it now, but when you've got a lot of people that need to make phone calls and then there's some sales calls and you also want to be able to have some more private conversations that aren't necessarily super secret, but you don't want everyone to hear every word of it. Finding that separation was a challenge for us. I didn't want to do cubicles and we weren't going to build walls in the middle of our office. The end result is we've got some open space, some offices, and then we've got Loftwall that divides about half the office into kind of mini work areas, and the teams really enjoyed it. It was a great suggestion that you put forward. We actually have our synthetic fabrics covering some of the sound panels, and then we've got a mix of wood panels, slats, dry erase boards, and then fabric panels. So it's a nice mix of our aesthetic.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I mean, you guys have a really unique aesthetic, and I love that about your offices when you walked in. It's not a corporate traditional office. So tell me why that's important to you and kind of what your initial impression was of Loftwall, whether or not you thought this was going to work or not.
Yeah, so at 21 people, up from 12 a year ago, up from 6 before that, our culture is really important to us. And we've got a great work environment where ultimately a lot of our people, we don't work 100-hour weeks, but a lot of our people spend more time at work together than they do at home. So we wanted it to be a place where people felt comfortable, they could have fun, but also we have a job to do and there are things that need to get done. When I wanted to look at how do we divide the space up, how do we give people a little bit of privacy but still keep that open feel, there are tons of solutions out there that it's basically you just buy a big panel and you separate the room. That doesn't really mesh with what we're doing as a business. It doesn't really mesh with kind of our aesthetic and work environment. So you showed me a bunch of different panel options and it was leaning more in that direction, and then we decided to get a little more creative and throwing our fabric in there and then some different things that I think were a first or second time for Loftwall. You guys were super creative, and the wood panels and the dry erase boards, it gives it a unique feel, but it's still super professional and clean looking, which works very well with our aesthetic.